Welcome back to the Hissing Reptile, guys. So today I have another reptile to show you guys. An interesting reptile. It's the Leopard Gecko. So guys, basically what is Leopard Gecko? Leopard Gecko is from Afghanistan. You can find them in Kazakhstan. So basically Leopard Geckos has a very unique, distinct physical appearance where they actually have a spike on their bodies, like a spot, round spots on their body just to make them look rough. Bumps or rough. And then Leopard Geckos also doesn't have sticky pads, the normal geckos will have that, when they stick on the wall. They can't stick on the wall, guys. These leopard geckos, they cannot stick on the wall because they have claws instead of the web foot. Where actually normal geckos, they have the web foot for them to actually climb on the walls. Leopard geckos can't because they are from the rocky desert, where that's why they actually need the claws for them to survive in that kind of habitat. So whereas other geckos, they actually climb up the wall to find prey. Leopard gecko isn't like that. So they basically have nails on all the 5 toes. They don't have any web foot. So basically what leopard gecko feeds is they normally feed on insects. They feed on insects like crickets, cockroach, some other bugs in the wild. In captivity we feed them crickets, superworms, we feed them dubia roach and other stuff with calcium powder, because in the wild actually they also take in calcium powder, but we don't know what kind of calcium powder they actually take in. So we give them calcium powder that's pre-made by all the reptile factories and blah blah blah. So yeah. What about the water? Water for this leopard gecko, they don't need a lot of water. And the tail, you see how fat is their tail? Their tail is actually a mechanism where they actually store all the fats in the tail. So in desert habitat, there won't be much source of food. That means the food source is very little. So they store all the food fats in their tail. So when the food source is very little, they use the fats as something to conserve their hungriness. And yeah.
Like a camel.
Alright guys, another more interesting thing. Look at the eyes of the leopard gecko. That's one beautiful eyes a gecko can have. Each type of geckos has different types of eyes. So leopard gecko also now in captive, people are starting to keep them as pets, and they also have produced a lot of moths, like so many types of moths. And yeah, leopard gecko, the males are usually bigger than the females, where the males usually can grow up to 9 inches. Yeah, there's also so many types of leopard gecko, which is like the normal ones, the giant, and also they call it as super giants. So it's like in reticulated python, you can see there is mainland, dwarf and super dwarf. Same thing goes to leopard gecko as well. They have giant, they have super giant, and they also have the normal ones. So the moth, each moth also have different type of colors and patterns. And the one basically on my hand here is a male. And how do you determine a male? Is by looking at the bulges over there. You can see the 2 bulges which indicate. So basically for breeding leopard geckos is one of the most easiest thing you can do, but you have to do a lot of research about breeding leopard geckos, because they need some necessary knowledge and precautions. Yes, it's smart, dude. Okay. So by the way, how do you predict leopard gecko which is ready to breed? Okay, normally the males are always ready to breed, where all the males reptiles, they are always ready to breed. But when it comes to the female, particularly females, they have something called as ovulation, where you can see red spot on their belly. Okay, you'll see like a red circle on their belly which indicates that ovulation. So when you see that, it means the female is ready to breed. So that's when you can pair the male and female. So normally all kind of geckos and lizards, they breed in the same manner, where I see the males bite the female's neck and then carries the tail, and yeah, done. So that's all guys, just a small information about leopard gecko. About their carrying is very simple. Leopard gecko doesn't need basking. They don't need to bask under sunlight. They don't need heat lamp. They prefer fully dark, because even in the rocky desert, they always hide under the rocks where they don't even come out during the sunlight because it actually hurts the eyes. So right now also I'm taking this video in the evening where it's almost going to be around 6, so the sunlight is not that strong. So this stunning gecko is soon going to be a father. This moth over here is a normal moth, guys.
What about high yellow?
High yellow is totally different because the high yellow, the black spots will be lesser on the body lah. So there's so many moth, and I'll come to that in another video. So that's all, guys, for the video about leopard gecko informations. Just basic information for you about leopard geckos. There's no more reptile videos for me to show you guys about basic information about other reptiles. So stay tuned. Signing out, the Hissing Reptiles.